Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. Today we are going to make this hibiscus square for our flower bedspread that we're making. We're going to start out with white. And we need to chain 26. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then in the second chain from the hook, we are single crocheting in every chain across. And then you need to also chain 1 and turn after that and single crochet across again. So we're putting 2 rows of white on here before we start the flower. So I'm going to do mine off camera and I will be back for row 3. Okay, so this is 2 rows of single crochets in white. And you should have 25 stitches. So we're going to chain 1 and turn. This is actually the right side. So if you want to put a stitch marker right in here, and that way you'll know when you're on the right side. That way you can tell what the right and the back is. But if the tail is to the left, you are on the right side. If the tail is to the right, you're on the back side. So you can always use the tail as well. So we're going to start out row 3 with 4 white singles. Okay, and then we need to bring in a dark green. So I'm using this forest green as a dark green. These are the greens that we've been using throughout this whole project. We need 4 of these. I'm bringing that white with me because I don't really have to start another white yet. So, but the next row I will. So anyway, we'll leave the greens behind, and the last 17 stitches will be white. So we had 4 white, 4 green, and then the last 17 are white. So I will see you at the end of this round for round 4. All right, so we've got row 3 done, and this is what it should look like. All right, let's mark off the first 3 rows here. And row 4 is next. So we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to do 16 white. So I will meet you at the end of those 16 white. All right, so we're going to switch over to our dark green after the 16 white. We're going to leave that white behind, and we're going to put 2 dark green in. And we're going and then we need, I'm using an olive, a dark olive here for the other green, but you can use any green you want. Yeah, this is the bag. And then we need 2 of those. But we got to take this green with us. So there's 1 and 2. And then I'm doing the back loop only. And I do that on that. And then we go back to the dark green and put 1 dark green in. And then we're going to need to bring in another white to put the last 4 white stitches in. And this is what we've got so far. All right, and so we will be back for row 5 in a moment. Okay, so row 5, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we need 4 white first. And then we're going to switch over to our dark green. And put a dark green in. And then our medium green. We need 3 medium green. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to go back to our dark green. So we're just carrying those greens together because it really doesn't matter. All right, and then the last, we needed 2 green, 2 dark green after those 3 medium. Hang on a minute, I didn't do that right. Get my dark green back out here. There it is. So there's 1 and 2. All right, now we can go to our white. And now the last 15 are white. So we'll be back for row 6 in a moment. And this is what row 5 looks like then. Our little leaf we got going here. Chain 1 and turn. And so we're going to start out with 10 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so this pattern is going to have like this is a medium red, a bright red, and a dark red. Okay, we'll say it that way. We're going to start out with the medium red. And then we need to put 6 medium red in there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I wasn't, wait a minute, I wasn't supposed to take that weight with me. Why I've got that weight with me. That weight stays over here. Now let's put those in. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Another way that you can tell if you're on the back side is we've got all the strings going to the back side too. But also all of the even rows are on facing the back side and the odd rows are facing the front side. So we're on row 6 here. Now we need a dark green. Nope, I was wrong. We need the medium green. But we're going to take our dark green with us. So we need 3 medium greens next. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need 2 dark green. No. Yes, 2 dark green. So there's 1 and 2. And then the last 4 are white. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so now this will chain 1 and turn, and you'll see what row 6 looks like. Our leaf is shaping up here really nice, and we started the flower. And we're going to mark off 5 and 6. And now we're going to start row 7. So we're going to start row 7 off with 5 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need this red this medium red. And we need 3 medium red. We might as well bring this with us too. So there's 1, 2, and 3, and then our medium We should have brought that green with us. Hang on a second. The medium green we need to bring up with us. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then 1 medium green right here. And then back to our red, and we need 1 medium red. Now we're going to bring in a bright red. I guess that was what you'd be calling that. And we need 4 bright red next. So there's 1. 2, 3, okay, but when we do this, we need to bring this red with us. Goodness gracious. All right. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to switch over to our medium red, which is right here. We need 2 of them. And then we get a switch over to our white. And we need 9 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Chain 1 and turn. All right. So we need to cut off. So I find my scissors. There they are. We need to cut off some things here. and we need 4 thread. So there's 1, 2, and then back to where we need to. So do, and we need 3 thread. That is row 9 and what it looks like. And we're going to mark off row 9. Row 10 is next. So we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to start out with 10 white. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we need 2 medium reds. So 1 and 2. And then we need 1 bright red. So in the next 4, we're going to go bright, medium, bright, medium. Okay. So bright, medium, bright, and medium. And then we need 5 bright red. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then 1 medium red and 3 white at the end. And this is what we've got so far. Looking pretty cool. Let's mark off row 10 and do row 11. So in row 11 we're going to start out with 3 white. Okay, there's 3. And then we need our medium red. So there's a medium red and then 2 bright red. And then 1 medium red and 2 bright red again. And now for the next 4, we're going to do medium, bright, medium, bright. So there's a medium, bright, medium, and bright. And then we're going to do 4 medium reds. So there's 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we should have 8 white at the end here. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is what our flower looks like so far. We're going to chain 1 and turn and start out with 7 white. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we need to go to 1 medium red. and then 4 bright red, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then switching over to medium red, we need 6 mediums. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we need 3 bright, so there's 1, 2, and 3, and then 1 medium red, and then we should have 3 white at the end to finish off this row. Chain 1 and turn so we can see the front of it. So there it is. There's our hibiscus so far. All right. Alright, so we're going to chain 1 and turn for row 13. And we're going to start out with 3 white. And then we need our medium red. And we need 2 medium red. And 3 bright red. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then 1 medium red. And then we're going to add in a dark red in this row. So the next 2 are dark red. Make sure you bring all your reds with you. So we need 2 dark right here. Alright, and then the medium red. We need a medium red. And then 5 bright red. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then a medium red. And then you should have 7 white to finish it off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And there you have it. We're going to chain 1 and turn. 13 is finished, so let's mark it off. And do 14 next. So we're starting off with 7 white and 14. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we need our dark red. one dark red, and then 3 bright red. So there's 1, 2, 3, then 2 dark red, or no, two medium red, and then 1 dark red. All right. Then we need our yellow. We need 3 yellow next. So there's 1, 2, and 3. This dark red stays here. All right, and then we need two bright red, so there's 1 and 2, and then 2 medium red, and then we're going to finish it off by putting 4 white in at the end here. All right. So this is what it looks like so far. Bring that up out of there because that is too tight. There we go. All right, so 14 is done. We'll get ready for 15. All right, chain 1 and turn for 15. We're going to start out with 5 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need the yellow. We're going to bring this yellow out here. So we need 4 yellow. But I would bring the reds with you. There we go. So there's 1, 2, 1, we need 4. We need 4. 2. I can see my stitches through all this mess. 3 and 4. Then we need the medium red. Leaving that yellow behind. Yeah, we might go ahead and just do that yellow end right there, though. Alright. We need 1 medium red. And then 2 dark red. So that's this one. So there's 1 and 2. Then we need 5 bright red. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need 1 medium red, and then we're going to finish this off with the 7 white to the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, so there we have that. We'll mark that off. Alright, 16, chain 1 and turn. And we're going to start with 7 white. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, and then we need our medium red. And we need 2 medium reds. And 1 bright red. And then 4 medium red. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we need 1 dark red. And then 4 medium reds. Hang on a second. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to switch over to the yellow. And we need 3 yellow. So 1,
still creating,
2, and 3. And then finish it off by putting 3 white in.
I gotta get something to drink.
1, 2, and 3.
Make sure everything's up. She's metal. She'll cut her mouth.
All right.
She might be resting a little bit now.
So there's 16. Hang on a minute. I'm going to cut off this end. There's row 16. We'll mark it off. Row 17, we'll start out with 3 white. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need 2 yellow. 1 and 2. And then we need our medium red. So we need 1 medium red, and then 2 bright red. So there's 1, 2, and then a medium red. And then a bright red. And then back to the medium, we need 2 medium red. So 1 and 2, and then 1 bright red, and 4 medium reds. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to finish off this row by putting 8 white in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, so there is row 17 finished. And 2 things that we can cut off of here is the yellow and the dark red. We don't need either one of those. Mark off row 17. And chain 1 and turn for row 18. And we're going to start off with 6 white. There's 4, 5, and 6. All right. Nope, this comes forward because we're on the back side. All right, so we need our dark green. And we are going to put 3 dark green in. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need our medium green. And we're just going to put one of those in. And then go to our medium red. We need to put 1 in and then bring in the bright red. And we need 3 bright red next. So there's 1, 2. I'm gonna make sure you bring that medium red with you. We're gonna need it. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to put a medium red in. And then 2 bright red. And then we need medium, bright, medium in the next 3. So medium, bright, and medium. And we're going to finish this off by putting 5 white in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1 and turn so we can see the front of this. It's shaping up. All right, so we've got that going on. All right, let's mark this off 18 and go to 19. We're going to start out with 5 white in row 19. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need 1 medium red. And 3 bright red. So there's 1, 2, and 3, and then 2 medium red, 1 and 2, and then 3 bright red again, 1, 2, and 3, and then we need 1 medium red, and 3 medium green, so there's 1, 2, and 3, 2 dark green, so there's 1 and 2, and then we're going to finish off this row by putting 5 white in there. So there, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1 and turn for row 20, starting out with 4 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we need 2 dark green, so there's 1 and 2, 3 medium green, 1, 2, and 3, and then 1 dark green. Alright, so now we're going to switch over to the reds, and we need 1 medium red first, and then 2 bright red, so there's 1 and 2, 2 medium red, 1 and 2. We're going to bring this white over and put 1 white in, and then we need 3 medium reds. So let's bring this white with us. So 1, 2, and 3, and then 6 white to finish off the row. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There is 20 rows right there. We are just about finished with our flower. Well, back in there. All right, so row 21. We are starting out with 11 white. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring this medium red with us. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then we need to go to our medium red and put 3 medium red in. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then 1 white. And then 2 dark green. Three medium green. And 1 dark green. I should have brought that dark green with me. All right. So, hang on. One, 2, 3. And then 1 dark green. And then we're going to finish this row off with 4 white. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so row 22. First of all, we're done with those reds. Let's cut some stuff off of here. Cut off those ends, and now we'll cut off these reds because we don't need these reds anymore. And kind of pull those out of there. Chain 1 and turn for row 23. We're going to start out with no, it's 22. 4 white. We're on row 22. We need 4 white. Wait, that didn't make sense there for a minute. And then we need 1 dark green, 2 medium green, and a dark green, and 2 dark green. And then we're going to bring this white up, and we're going to put 16 white in next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Alright, we can also cut off this medium green because we're done with the medium green. And for row 23 then, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and you're going to start out with 17. We're going to start out with 17 singles, or white. So we know that there's 16 here, and we just need to go over one more. And then we need our dark green. So we need 4 dark green and 4 white to finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that finishes up our flower. We can cut off that green. And this other white. This white right here. We'll cut it off too. So we're just down to 1. Alright. So chain 1 and turn. And it is just 25 white across. So we just do our white. I'm going to try to take this green and crochet it in a little bit. And the white the same way here. I'll take this white and kind of crochet that in, and I don't have to tie that end down. And then so 24 and 25 are simple. It is just 25 whites across. And then this will be the end of this video. We will have our hibiscus finished. I'm going to do one more row of the 25 across there though, and then the hibiscus will be finished, and this is our hibiscus flower finished. Okay, I hope you guys had a lot of fun making this flower with me. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to make the border around this flower tomorrow, and I will see you then. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye now.